User administration is usually managed by an administrator where they can select either at the module project level or they go down to the specific database and then select on tools, user permission. So this management tool is a user-friendly tool for administrators where you can grant permissions to any specific user. So for example, for this database, I'm going to grant to this test user, well, first of all, I'm going to leave all the permissions blank, meaning that they will not have any permissions, and click on grants. Well, if I were to do that, and if the user, I'll go here to another screen where this is an example user. If the user tries to, let's say, edit that data, for example, they click on edit data, they'll get a message that they don't have write permissions. So if I go back to the administrator screen and I change that, for example, I'm going to give them write permissions and also delete permissions, and click on grants. This will update that permission for the test user. So if I go back to the test user screen, and then if they were to now try to edit that data, they would be then have granted permissions to then have access to looking at the data, editing the values of new values, of that data. So this is a user-friendly, going back to the administrator side, where they can select specific grant permissions along with applying multiple users at one time. In addition, the administrator can generate reports where they can view the latest updates, such as the fact that we just granted permissions to the test user with these types of privileges. So this is a user-friendly tool that an administrator can use, and a normal user, a non-administrator, if they were to have been granted update permissions, they can then grant permissions of that particular database to other users. So it's easier to manage than having only one administrator manage all of the permissions.